All right, guys, I'm coming to you with a little food for thought today. Um, so, how many of you think that that puny ass little fuel filter flows enough fuel for the KTM 690? Um, I don't know much about fuel flow rates. I'm not an engineer, but it seems like that might be pretty hard on the fuel pump to try and put pressure through that microscopic fuel filter. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. This is a big ass engine. And I'm thinking that it might put a lot of stress on a fuel pump, which might be why KTM has fuel pump problems. That seems like it might be a little hard on a fuel pump to try and create pressures enough to push through that, especially if it's already slightly soiled. Installing that little tiny fuel filter a couple times, it's actually really not that tough to get in there. It is your first time. It's kind of like finding the G spot, I guess. You kind of gotta, get a little finger in there from underneath and kind of wiggle it around, and use a screwdriver to pop the fuel line in. But I mean, once you figure it out, it's actually not really that difficult. Maybe you are an engineer and can tell me how it works. I'm not claiming to know anything, but that just seems like it might be a probable cause for all the fuel pump issues on the 690. I mean, that thing constantly trying to push fuel through that tiny little opening just does not make any sense to me. I have all the faith in the world in KTM, but sometimes really smart people make really stupid mistakes. All those fuel filters are in all of the off-road bikes, and I just feel like some of those bikes, it's just not enough for them. When I got stranded last weekend and I completely took that out of the fuel line, it ran really, really good, maybe better than ever, because there's literally no restriction in it anymore. So if I wasn't worried about destroying injectors, I wouldn't put one back in, and I'm gonna try and find a solution for getting rid of that, so I don't have that tiny little filter in my bike anymore. So anyway, comment down below your thoughts on this ridiculous tiny little fuel filter in a big ass 690 bike, and why or why not maybe it doesn't work.